Are you a service-based business owner looking to increase profits to fund your lifestyle? Well, this podcast is for you. We bring you inspirational guests sharing actionable tips to solve many of the struggles you face each and every day. And now, over to your host, Paul Higgins.
Hi, Paul here. Before we get into the show, would you like to make a great first impression on LinkedIn? If so, I have something just for you. When people search for your name on Google, your LinkedIn profile will normally come up first. Before meeting someone for the first time, how often do they view your LinkedIn profile? For many coaches and consultants I begin to work with, their profiles don't do them any justice. I've created a simple solution where you can whip your profile into shape to have your best foot forward when attracting new clients on LinkedIn. Go to blgdownload.com, so that's blgdownload.com to get your 5 killer tips today. Hello to the Build, Live, Give Solo podcast, episode number 247. If it is your first time, welcome. And if you love what you hear, please subscribe. I recommend listening to episode 0.5 first as a great guide for you. If you're a regular, thanks for your support. I love listening to podcasts and always have follow-up questions. If you're the same, go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/questions and lodge yours. And I promise to get back to you with an answer as quick as I can. Please check out past shows on your favorite platform. Just search Build, Live, Give. In the last solo episode, number 245, I spoke about pillar number 3, sales focus. It covered 11 elements. Too many to go through right now. There were 3 key actions. 1, see the 4 pillars at paulhigginsmentoring.com. 2, please email me for details you want under each of these. And 3, start implementing. If you missed the episode, please go back and listen because it will help with today's show. It's not essential, but it will help. If you're running a service-based business and want to be seen as an industry leader and feel trapped in sales and ops, this will benefit you. This has been a 4-part series. So the 4 pillars we've covered so far is unpacking the foundations, business model, and sales focus. And today, last but not least, high-performing team. There are 26 modules in total under the 4 pillars. And once again, you can see that image at paulhigginsmentoring.com. So today's topic is pillar number 4. The lucky last, high-performing team. As I said, you will learn the 9 modules: culture, engagement, capability development, recruitment and onboarding, team systems, expert pool, roles and responsibilities, remuneration, and policies and procedures. I will keep them brief as we've got a lot to go through, and I really love to keep to about 10 minutes. I think the last one was about 11. So, pillar number 4, module 21. Now, I used to say, 1, 2, 3, which wasn't right. If you actually look at it, I should be calling by their module name. So the module's actually 21, and it's culture. If leadership is what you say, what people say about you when you're not in the room, culture is what others say about your company when you're not in the room as a collective. Workplace culture is the environment that you create for employees. It attracts and keeps talented people, which we all need. The key elements which make up culture, and I got this from an MBA course that I did. It wasn't the full MBA, but it was a course, and it sort of stuck with me for life. So, because I always found it hard to actually really define culture and how do I actually improve it? So, here they are. So, guiding principles, stories, values and behaviors, symbols, teams, routines, and rituals. So once again, if you have any questions, just ask me on those, but they're the key ones. So pillar number 4 again, module 22, engagement. Engagement is a result of creating the right conditions for all members to give their best each day, committed to team goals and values, and motivated to contribute to success. Not mine, something I got off the internet a long time ago. I can't remember the source, to be honest. You can measure it and you can improve it. According to g2.com, there are some great tools out there you can use. So 15.5, so that's 1, 5, then the word 5. Tiny Pulse, engagement. So they're 2 great tools, but you can look up g2.com for some more. I've also got some great ones in more detail on my book called Build, Live, Give, and I go into the why, what, and how of engagement as well. So module 23, capability development. You've probably heard the saying, what if I train them and they leave? And then what if you don't and they stay? It covers how you develop your people. So the key elements include capability reviews, performance management, and team development 70-20 10. Now, I've got to say, Coca-Cola, where I worked for 18 years, was brilliant in these, and I've got a lot of depth. One thing, again, it's in my book, but if you've got any questions, certainly go to Paul Higgins Mentoring /questions or just reach out to me. So, module number 24, recruiting and onboarding. I could and should make a separate podcast on this, and I probably will in the future. It's something that's very, very dear to my heart. I cannot tell you how many people I've recruited and onboarded over my 27-year journey. Working at Coca-Cola, I had teams of up to 200 people. Working my own business, I ran quite a sizable outsourcing and development team. So, and I've basically recruited people all over the world. So, I know quite a bit about it, but let me give you some tips right here now. So first is video applications for all roles. I think that's essential. It doesn't have to be long, 2 minutes. It actually weeds out the people that aren't interested, that won't do it. And I've also got 6 key questions that I always ask. So just once again, ask me in that questions for that. Structured questions. So make sure they're situational and competency based. I think that's really important. And once again, we've got a whole list of interview questions. The next is, I recommend you do it in pairs, okay? So what you can do is both see a different perspective, and then you can score independently and then talk about it at the end. I think that's great, especially if you're the only business owner. You can get peers, you can get other people in. Sometimes I've even got my wife in, who's got an incredible amount of experience in corporate as well. Get them to do a paid trial, right? I fully believe in that. The next is move fast if they're not the right fit. And I cannot tell you how many times I've been burnt by this. If your gut is telling you at the start that they're not the right fit, they're not going to be the right fit. Okay, so I think that's absolutely critical. Get to know the person first. So whenever they're onboarded, I definitely go through talking about them, what are their interests, what are their passions, what do they want to achieve in life, what's their family like, what's this, what do they do, their hobbies, all of that, really get to know them. And I do the same of me. So there is a connection there. And the last is a detailed onboarding checklist. So once again, we've got that all listed from all of my Coke experience and also my small business experience. If you want it, just go to paulhigginsmentoring.com and add the question, and I will answer it, or my team, but mainly me. So Module 25, team systems. I love running virtual teams. I have since 2011. And really, in the Coke system, we sort of ran virtual teams all around the world. That was the benefit of the Coke system. It was basically, they had a thing of think global, act local. And the right systems really helped this be possible. And to be honest, I sat on dialysis for 6 months. I had a kidney transplant. I've gone through a lot of late, and I just ran all of my team from a hospital bed, and the doctors and the nurses used to always have a bit of a laugh at me. They said, I've never seen someone be so mobile, but now in COVID times, I think we're all working from anywhere rather than working from home. So the key ones for me under this team systems is project management software. Don't really care what you use, but you just got to use it. It makes it so much easier. I use Asana. That's what our preferred is. We're looking at ClickUp at the moment, but Asana is our preferred. Second is communication. So I think Voxer is just a simple app that you can't go past. And number 3 is video. I think it's really important to be able to now both audio and visual explain things to do and task delegation. So we use Dub, D-U-B-B, and also Cloud App. They're my 2 favorites. So module 26, expert pool. I believe in fast tracking my knowledge, as time is the most essential asset I have, and it's the most essential asset you have, especially as your own business. So people come to me to get results for LinkedIn in 3 months. Now they could, right? They could get similar results, but it might take them 6 to 12 months like it took me the first time around. Why not just bring it forward? Okay, it's going to work. Bring it forward. And look, I've got 471 vetted experts for you to draw on. So, once again, in a question, just ask me an expert you're looking for, and I'll be able to provide at least 3 names. That's what I do. I collect experts. I'm up to 2,000 in total at the moment that I'm vetting through, because I cannot tell you how many times I've been let down when I left Coke, because I thought all experts were like the ones we had in Coke, but sadly it wasn't the case. So pick what you are brilliant at and get the experts to do the rest. I'm sure it's not the first time you've heard that. Okay, only a few left. So module 27, roles and responsibilities. Whether when I led teams of hundreds of people in Coca-Cola, like I said, or a team of 2 when I first started. When I left Coke and I only had a VA, setting clear roles and responsibilities was critical to success. I believe there should be one ultimate name or person against a specific activity. We used to call it key user in the old days. You can collaborate, put something, but someone has to absolutely own it. We have all these listed in Asana, so there is no confusion. So at any time I can go to roles and responsibilities and just see exactly what people are. And that also stops, doubling up on allocating tasks to people, or, constantly asking people to do something when it's not their role. So 28, second last, is remuneration. I come from the school where you pay the person on what the job role is worth and not what you can get away with. And I think this is really critical in a world where you can have, sourcing people from different parts of the world. Pay what the job is worth. And people are smart. They'll work out that you're ripping them off, okay? I also believe in an annual increase on their salary based on performance. So we do a performance review that I spoke about before, and it's both a combination of results and behaviours. So do the right thing and you'll never have any problems. So the last one, the second last one, I think there's 29. No, why haven't we got 29? Maybe I've missed my calculation. Sorry about that. But we've got policies and procedures. So I know you are screwing up your face on this. I know I left corporate because I don't want any red tape. I get it, but you just need some. Okay, it's not a lot, but you need some. So we built ours as issues arise. So rather than trying to have lots of policies and procedures. But some examples are, we've got leave, we've got chart of accounts, so what can you sign up to? And I think that's critical in your own business, so it gets you out of being the person that actually has to stop. So I've got different limits for different roles as to what they can sign off with without me getting involved. They can't get access to the bank account. Yes, the credit card, but not the bank account. I do that, but they've got a spending limit. Website and social media. They don't have to be sophisticated, but I do think the principle which helps make fast decisions, that's what's really important. So today we covered a lot of ground because people are your business, especially if you run a service-based business like most of you listening today. So it was culture, engagement, capability development, recruiting and onboarding, team systems, expert pool, roles and responsibilities, remuneration, and policies and procedures. These are this is the last of the 4-part series on the 4 pillars. I hope you really enjoyed it as you've listened through the 4. Once again, the 4 are unpacking the foundation's business model, sales, focus, and high-performing team. So 3 actions from today. Review your people plan against these parts, these modules. Develop your people and ask me questions. You can get all the links in the show notes at paulhigginsmentoring.com/podcast, just episode 247 on the app that you're listening to now. I always recommend the Pocket Cast app. Listen to episode 0.5 if you are new. It gives you an excellent overview of the podcast because it has had a couple of twists and turns in the 3 years. And if you want to know if you have a low or a high 7-figure service-based business in 2021, go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/assessment. It's 15 questions, 3 minutes, and you get some very prescriptive outcomes at the end of it. Please connect and follow me on LinkedIn. If you know someone interested in building their business, making it more profitable and sustainable, please share this with them, and then they can also go back and listen to the other 3. Remember to ask those follow-up questions. Okay, I'm sure you've got thoughts. You want to get answers from me. I've got them there, whether it's interview questions or whatever, it's here. Please take action to build, live, and give.
Thanks for listening to the Build, Live, Give podcast. If you like what you heard, please share it and leave us a review. It would mean the world to us.